Hi everyone, Crafty Decoria coming at you with a quick crafty idea. So today's DIY sort of came out of the blue, but it came at a great time since I was in search for an item which is our DIY today. Now it all started with this butter dish. I purchased it from Dollarama, and but I didn't like it for my butter since the butter was higher, and so the lid would not sit flat to the base. So I didn't want to get rid of this butter dish. I decided to repurpose it. So you will need a butter dish. Now Dollar Tree do sell butter dishes as well, so you could pick up one from there if you happen to be there. You will need jute twine. I purchased this at Dollarama, but Dollar Tree sells it as well. You will need a paint and primer. Mine is from Krylon and it is in the color black. You will need a semi-gloss clear. Mine is from Rust-Oleum, or you can purchase Mod Podge from the Dollar Tree. You will need a glass candle holder. Mine is from Dollar Tree. You will need acrylic craft paint, and I purchased it in the color white from the Dollar Tree. You will need some type of a knob. Now this one here I had on hand. It was from an old dresser that I had distressed with chalk paint. So this knob will work out perfectly for this decor piece, since it is a farmhouse style decor piece. But if you don't have any knobs on hand, Dollar Tree and Dollarama do sell knobs. This one here happens to be from Dollarama. They come 2 in a pack for $2. And you will also need a stencil. You could also freehand your letters if you choose, but I will be using the stencil today. I have my paintbrush. You will also need some glue. You can use either your hot glue gun or E6000, and that is what I will be using today. Since this decor piece sits close to water, I just want to make sure that I have a really nice bond when I put my pieces together. Also, back to the knob idea, if you do have any type of light bulb, particularly the chandelier light bulbs, there's a method that I use to wrap a burnt chandelier bulb with some jute twine. If you have any of those, or even if you care to purchase those, if you like that type of a look, you can purchase them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and you get 2 in a pack. And you just, like I said, wrap it with jute twine, and then you glue that to the top of your piece, and it looks really, really nice with this piece as well. So that's another option, and I can link a couple of DIYs where I did use that method, and it really turns out great. So without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so next I have taken my glass candle holder, and with my hot glue gun I am gluing down the jute twine. I start from the top and I'm going to work my way all the way down to the bottom. Now the hot glue will work just fine for this part of the project because the jute twine really bonds well to the glass with it. But when I go to glue on my butter dish to the candle holder, I will be using my E6000 glue to get a really good bond between the plastic and the glass. Okay, so now we are going to take our stencil, and as you can see, I've already stenciled 3 of the letters. I'm spelling out the word soap. So I'm going to take my stencil, and every letter you do, you just want to give some time for the paint to dry, or else you're going to end up making a mess. And I just have my paint in my cup here, and I'm not going to put a lot of paint on the brush because I don't want it bleeding through. I mean, if it does a little bit, you can always clean it up, but you really just need a little bit to get the outline of your letter. And then I'm just going to stipple that on. And there you have it. Okay, so now for this next part, I thought I would just talk you through everything that I've done. So I took the bottom of the butter dish and I gave it 2 to 3 coats of the black spray paint. Then I only sprayed the bottom of the butter dish. I did not spray the inside, but because it is clear, the black is shown through to the inside, so it does look like it is black anyway. Then for the top of the butter dish, after I painted on my letters to spell the word soap, I masked with my painter's tape all around the word soap, and I applied some Mod Podge. Then what happened was when I took the painter's tape off, it kind of gave it like a sticker effect. So I wanted to really seal that Mod Podge down, so I took my semi-gloss clear and I sprayed the whole lid of the butter dish. And I really love how it came out, because actually where the word soap is written, you can see through to the inside of the dish. And also, it also gave it a frosted look on the rest of the butter dish, which I really, really love. So after that, I took my knob and I gave this 2 to 3 coats as well. 2 coats is good, of the semi-gloss clear. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my E6000 glue and I'm going to apply some to the bottom of the knob and then place it on top of the butter dish. And then I'm going to take my glass candle holder that we wrapped in the jute twine, and I'm going to apply the E6000 glue here on the rim, and then I will place the bottom of the butter dish on top of that. So once I do that, I will put it all together and then show you our final result. Okay everyone, so here is our soap dish repurposed from a butter dish, and I cannot be happier with how this turned out. I just love it. It actually looks like there's a piece of butter sitting in there. So I really think that this really gives the look of the farmhouse feel, and again, I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. Very inexpensive to make. It was very simple to make. I spent less than $5, and that's with material left over for future DIYs. So I mean, it's a really great DIY to do if you are loving the farmhouse look. I'm just going to lift the cover and show you how I will use this. I actually took some stones that I had left over from a previous DIY and placed them underneath the soap bar. This way, when it does get wet, if there is any water, it'll drip down. The rocks will allow this soap bar to dry much better. And I just think that it looks great. I love the colors, how they go well together, and I definitely feel that this looks much more expensive than what I actually spent to make it. So I really hope that you enjoy this DIY. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe if you already haven't. And as always, guys, take care, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.